You knew Travis, as everyone did up here, as an assistant coach, and in the off season, he obviously was hired as the head coach. Is he different now than he was an assistant, and as an assistant? And what are practices like under Travis in this capacity?
I think no matter what, any Xavier practice is always going to be competitive. It's going to be tough. You're going to see toughness drills. But the difference is now from like my first 2 years here is just he has a bigger voice. That's been the only difference for me.
Is he still the same guy that you would, confide in, or he was kind of your buddy, or is there definitely like a line now where he's a different level?
Same guy since I stepped on campus. So that's a good thing.
For any of you guys, obviously we know what the expectations are of this team, maybe out there publicly. What are your expectations of this team?
I think we could do big things this year. A lot of people are doubting us right now, and because we lost high-level pieces, and we're not afraid to admit that we lost high-level pieces. And I think guys like Naji Marshall and Paul Scruggs are ready to step up in roles that they probably never had behind those two pieces. But now I think they're ready to take that lead role and being able to score the ball in different ways and find guys.
The off-season always seems like a long time. Now that you're actually going to get to play other teams, what are your thoughts on that? Are you excited? Are you anticipating it?
Man, my excitement is through the roof. I can't wait to play somebody else other than Big Spank, but I can't speak for these other two guys, but my excitement is through the roof.
Yeah, it's the same with me too. My excitement is through the roof, just with his.
I can't wait.
Naji, how much fuel to the fire is it, the Big East preseason teams and the tweet that you sent out after the fact? You said you felt you were disrespected.
I just use it as motivation. Felt like I should have been better than that, but it's cool. Everybody has their own opinion. But I use it as motivation on the court, and nothing more, nothing less. I'm not angry or, mad at whoever said it, but I just use it as motivation to prove people wrong.
Paul, this last week, it's been a little different last 2 weeks really without Quentin with the injury. What's that been like for you, kind of shift in positions, and does that kind of give you an idea of what it's going to be like, say, when you guys are making your rotations during the games, the different lineups and such?
It just means that now I just have to have a bigger voice out there on the court, have to be more of a leader, and just be the same person I've always been.
What do you guys think the strength of this team will be? Every team has certain times, and you've lost parts, you gained parts, you guys all are a year more mature. Start with you, Naji. What do you think will be the strength of this team?
We all play pretty good defense, and we're all pretty physical. And it's very early, and we seem to have a very tight bond. Not saying it was tighter last year, but this early it wasn't that tight, and we all, vibe together and play on the court well, and even in the scrimmage, it was we had a lot of mistakes, but you can tell that we just vibe, and with time we're going to be a pretty good team. But I would say defense and rebounding right now, we're pretty good at that.
The other guys, do you feel the same way?
Yeah, I feel the same way. I can't really although he said defensive rebounding, it's hard to tell the strength of one team right now. We only had about 27 practices so far, and in basketball you have way more than just 27 practices. We haven't played a game yet, which was real stats that's going to come out next Tuesday, and so I can't really tell you the strength of this team. But one thing that we harp on every day is just being able to be tough on the glass and just tough in every possession and play defense.
And to piggyback off what Naji said, our brotherhood is like unbeatable. Like, we have a bond like no other team has. So I'll cherish that.
How is playing such a tough non-conference schedule, and then of course with the tournament that you're going to be participating in, how is that going to help you when it comes conference tournament time or conference play time?
Well, as you see, a non-conference schedule, like you said, it is tough. I think it's just preparing us for games later on in the season. like a lot of teams nowadays are similar. And so, like, you could take similarities from guys like Wisconsin and compare them to some teams in the Big East, teams like Auburn, and compare them to some teams in the Big East. And you could just go back and film and see, like, how you guarded a certain position and to see the same tendencies, and it's just going to help us, for real.
Tyrique, Coach said you lost 25 pounds. Congratulations. I wish I had your formula. But I'm wondering, when you get on the court, is it footwork? Is it what is the difference when you lose that kind of weight and you're able to do? Does it feel different than it felt in the past?
It hasn't really felt different in practice, for real, because it's only two of us, so it's only me and Zach, and so we're all wearing every rep of the drills. So it really hasn't felt different in that. But when we played in the scrimmage this past weekend, I think I felt pretty good. I didn't feel as tired as I usually would be. I was able to move better, stay in the game longer, and just have the same energy.
Tyrique, you said in the offseason that you had the green light to shoot three-pointers. Is that offer still stand?
Yes, the offer still stand. Unfortunately, I missed my one three-pointer I took in the scrimmage, but you will still be seeing me take another three.
Naji and Paul, how confident are you in his three?
Very confident.
My guys.
Hey, Tyrique, Coach Steele said he thought you could lead the Big East in rebounding. Do you agree with him?
Of course. I always think I can be the lead rebounder every time I go on the court. It's just me being a tough guy.